everyone, and welcome to another episode of Duke and Leon's School of Life. I have Leon the Labrador with me. Remember you used to go see that prostitute and pretend you were a Labrador?
Yeah. I used to pay her, and she'd pretend to be blind, and then she'd wrap a leash around me, and then we'd just walk around randomly in the neighbourhood. It's funny how you think back to the good old days. People say the good old days, when life was just fun, when, you couldn't do that now. I mean, I wouldn't even think of doing that now, but then, I'll just go and do that. I'll just be a dog for a day, and just do a big shit outside her house. Leon, look what you did. I don't have a plastic bag. I'll have to pick it up with my bare hands.
So while she was picking it up with her bare hands, was she giving you a hand job?
Yeah, but what used to piss me off, she'd write my name on the footpath in my shit, and she'd fucking spell it wrong every time. Every fucking time. How hard is it? How hard is it?
Your second wife would be walking home from work and see your name written and go, oh, God.
Anyway, after she gives me the blowjob and whatever, and then I'd always calm down and then it was
fall asleep. Fall asleep like a dog with your hind leg shaking. So there's this woman, right? She's on a plane. She doesn't get the seat that she wants.
Yeah.
So she pulls down her pants or pulls up her dress.
Yeah.
Squats down and says, I'm doing a pee right here. Wow. And she's doing that.
This is a full plane before takeoff.
Yeah, full plane. Yep.
Right.
No, this is in the air, I think.
On the air.
Yeah, in the air. And then she squats down, pulls down her pants in front of kids, in front of a couple of boys.
Yeah, whose lives are going to be changed forever.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. So just from that act, she's fucked up their lives because they're going to be on Pornhub the rest of their life, looking up squatting, pissing videos.
Golden showers.
Second, I was thinking, can you imagine if that was a man that did that? A man pulled out his dick in front of kids on a plane? They'd have fighter jets. They'd have fighter jets flying on each side of the plane.
Yeah, that's true. Going,
it is. Come out with your hands up.
What is it? The disparity? Disparity? What do they call that? The difference. The difference between. But that's how society. We've just become like that. So, a woman does that. She's a crazy bitch. A man does it. He's a pedophile. Yeah. And that's just basically how it runs. Personally, if I was there, what I would be doing, I'd be measuring the flow rate, because it would be interesting to see if the flow rate changes from ground level to 30,000 feet. Do you think it would?
You're a scientist to the end.
Yeah, well, do you think? I think it probably would.
Well, it depends how much turbulence there was. Turbulence would affect it as well.
Well, turbulence would be hard to measure because, I'd be holding a cup underneath and I'd be saying 1, 2, 3, so that's half a litre in 4 seconds. Okay.
And I'd be assisting you by lying down behind her, looking at her asshole.
Well, that's typical, isn't it? I'm working on science and you're just being good old Duke the Debauched.
No,
Duke the Debauched.
I'm helping you, buddy. Do you want my help or not?
The Duke of Debauchedness.
So then a woman, right, is peeing in her own toilet. She looks down. There's a 5-foot snake curled up in her toilet. No, I just watched the video.
Happens all the time.
Which I'll play. I've just watched the video and she's screaming her lungs out.
Why is she screaming? The snake is the one who should be worried. He's the one covered in pee.
Well, that's what I was going to say. What do you think the snake's thinking? Snake's just asleep.
Oh, no, you know what the snake's thinking?
What?
He's thinking, shit, she better go to the doctor really quick. There's a lot of protein in this piss. That's what he's thinking. I mean, he's trying to help. He's just done a test, run a test on her urine. And how does she, what does she do in appreciation? She screams.
Kill it. Oh, look, maybe the snake's gone, like it's raining outside and he's gone, fuck this, I want to go inside, I want to be somewhere nice and warm. He goes in, he settles down in the toilet, then all of a sudden, fucking it's raining again.
What is it with this rain? Jesus, can't get away from this. Oh, that's so sad. I feel sorry for the snake, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
You know? And God knows what happened afterwards. You're screaming, and then some hairy guy, the neighbour, comes in and looks at her asshole, and then fucking grabs the snake and and
says, "I've got to suck out the poison."
The snake.
No. He looks at her asshole and says, I've got to suck out the poison. She goes, "But I haven't been bitten." He says, "Yeah, that's the thing.
That's the first symptom of snake bite poison is denial.
Yeah, you do.
Delusional denial. That's what he says. I'm a doctor. He says, and she's looking at him going, "You're not a fucking doctor. You're wearing thongs."
Anyway, what's been happening with you, buddy?
Oh, well, big news. We've covered this story before, but Pablo's hippos, they are...
Pablo
Escobar's hippos. He left 2 behind when he was shot to death on the roof. Now there's about 100 of them. So the government has decided that they're all going to be sterilised, right?
Right.
So I, of course, emailed the Colombian embassy here in Australia, just down the back. It's behind the... between the 7-Eleven and that petrol station.
Yeah.
You know where it is. You know where it is.
I know it, yeah.
Anyway, and because what they're basically doing, each hippo...
We went there stoned once. Accidentally thought it was a 7-Eleven.
We went there to get stoned once.
We went there stoned once because we thought it was a 7-Eleven and we were walking around going, "Have you got any sausage rolls?"
That's right. All right. And anyway, so what they've come up with is a team of 8, $10,000 US dollars each hippo to sterilize them. So I emailed them and I said, "Look, you give us $20, a pair of scissors, and Duke and I will do it. $20 each one, right? And I know I didn't ask you first, but and a watermelon. Okay, so my theory is that, and they've sort of tentatively accepted this, but they want to see one. They want to see us do one first, right? So what I'm thinking is, I'll distract it with the watermelon because I love watermelon, and then you go around the back and just snip its ball sack off, and that's it. Why
can't I distract it with the watermelon?
No, because they won't believe you. If they see you holding it, they'll go, "Oh, yeah, he's going to cut my balls off." Something's bad going to happen. There's Duke with a watermelon.
Well, since you put it that way, yes, I'll snip it off.
It's $20, and that's US. That's US.
Think of how many sausage rolls we can get.
Yeah, and they'll pay for our flight, and we'll get to stay in the jungle with the hippos.
Do you remember what happened last time we were stranded in the jungle? We lost.
We lost what?
The ability
I lost my phone.
We lost the understanding of language within a week. We were going, ooh, yeah.
So there's a newspaper that is produced by Sydney University on Iswa by the students, right?
Right.
And I don't usually read that, university shit because, I don't even understand what university is
Since they kicked you out from lecturing, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, but this is funny. So the headline is Blowjob Blues, Man's Penis Bitten Off by Horse.
Oh.
Tragedy has stuck the regional New South Wales town of Turkey Beach. Beautiful, Turkey Beach.
Never heard of that. Have you?
No. After local farmer
Turkey Beach blowjob. Get it? Gobble gobble.
Oh, is that what it is? Jeez,
that's what it is.
They are smart, these fucking idiots. Yeah. All right, so Turkey Beach after local farmer Steve-O, big fella, fartin. And that's seriously fartin. Like what?
Steve-O fartin.
Fartin. I mean, how intellectual? I mean, really.
Can you imagine
fartin?
Growing up with that surname at school, fartin?
Well, no, I think the uni guy picked that. Anyway, fartin has had the tip of his penis bitten off by his horse. It is understood that Farton's penis was inside the horse's mouth when it was bitten off. Farton appeared at the local hospital holding the quivering member in his hand. His clothes had become covered in quivering. Yeah, it's still going, still fighting. Yeah. That's how big it is. All
it's
right.
got
a mind of its own. Yeah, it's still spurting. All right. His clothes were covered in blood. Farton was quick to point out that the horse was in fact a girl. It was a girl horse, I swear, he told.
Well, that makes it better.
Telegaff. I'm not gay. It gets a bit lonely out here sometimes. Me missus left me after I got with Bella, and I've been on my own ever since.
Bella's a horse, I take it?
No, it's another horse. So Bella is Farton's prized Arabian horse, also a female animal.
He's a bit of a stud. Get it?
Yes, I got it. Farton voted against the 2017 same-sex marriage plebiscite, describing gay sex as unnatural. So talking about pissing. So I was in the main railway station in Taipei, which is the capital of Taiwan, and I walked in to go to the bathroom. So I go in, and you walk in, and it's seriously about 4 meters from the door. There's a toilet. You walk downstairs, you go to the toilet, right? So I come out, and then I'm standing there waiting for my third wife, who's gone to get some ginger or some fucking thing. I don't know. Anyway, this old guy just walks in, goes to the pillar, like that's beside the doors, leans against the pillar pretending to, I don't know what the fuck he thought he was pretending to look, and then he's like, he's sort of concealing, and he pulls out his dick, and he just pisses on the carpet. I was like, he's 4 meters. I can see that. You can see that where it says toilet, and he's just pissing. And I'm going, I just don't get it. I seriously, I just don't get it. What the fuck? Was he sending a message? Is it like a protest?
He's marking his territory.
Is he marking? Is that what he's doing?
He looked at you. He looked at you.
No, he didn't look. He didn't look at me. He just straight away.
You didn't see him look at you. He looked at you before you even saw him. He suzzed you out, and he goes, "I show Whitey.
What did he say?
I show Whitey my property. You fuck off."
Jesus Christ, that's so racist.
How's that racist? He's the racist. He's the one that's marking his territory, telling you to fuck off.
Okay, so the next point of interest here. So just imagine you're the head of Big Duke Brewery, right? Yes. Famous. Your lager is drunk everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay, and then someone takes a photo of a worker. And this happened, right? This happened in China, at the Chinese brewery. The tits. I know the beer, but I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, someone takes a photo of a worker peeing in the malt vat. So he's standing on the edge and he's just peeing into the dry malt, right?
Yeah.
So, let's just, I don't know, but let's just say that vat, it's probably got about 4 or 5 tons of malt in there. It's probably worth about, let's just get $100,000, right?
Right.
So you're the head of the brewery, and Kenny, he just doesn't work at McDonald's anymore. He works at the brewery. He comes in, he goes, "Mate," he said, "Duke, look at this fucking, have you seen this?" And he throws the photo in front of you, and there it is, man pissing in there, right? And you go, has it gone to the internet yet? And he said, "Mate, it'll be there. It'll be there any minute."
Because if it hasn't, we're fine. We'll just keep going.
Well, that's it. So what do you do? What's your decision?
All right. Well, first thing, look, I saw that story too.
Oh, did you see it too? Did you?
Well, I fucking sent it to you. How do you think you got it?
All right. Is that how you do? I don't know. These things just fucking pop up on my phone.
So when I first saw that, right, it was, Chinese man peeing in beer. Yeah. I just thought, oh my God, it's true. It's true.
Oh.
Because when you're young and you have that thing that everyone used to say, me Chinese, me play joke, me do wee-wee in your Coke. Do you remember that?
What? What the fuck? Where did you go to school?
You don't remember that?
I don't remember because I don't think that's fucking true. That's why I don't remember
kids that went to a normal school
Jesus, that's so fucking racist. No wonder.
Well, and I used to think, and everyone's going to know what I'm talking about because, our listeners went to real school. They didn't go to the farmhouse out the back like you. So that me Chinese, me play joke, me do wee-wee in your coke. I just thought that was something funny that you used to say as you're a kid, but it's fucking true. It's true.
It's true. Right.
They like to wee in your drink.
Yeah. Oh, can you imagine if how because Australia and China have got such a delicate relationship,
they're going
between the
to
two
war.
countries. Can you imagine if you just if for some reason you were in a meeting between the defense minister and the ambassador of China, and the defense minister was just checking some facts, right? Because the Chinese guys said something, and he I'll just check that, right? And while he's looking at his phone checking it, you just reach over and say, when I went to school, they used to sing this little song. Is it true? And you sang it like that. You imagine what that man would do. What do you think he would do?
I reckon he'd sing along.
He'd say, yes, it is. Yes, it is true. Yes. No, you know what he says to you? He says, oh, why don't you give me your Coke and find out?
I got a letter. Dear Duke and Leon, my wife gave birth to Siamese twins, joined at the ribs.
The ribs.
The doctor said they can't be separated until adulthood.
Yeah.
I recently went to our neighbour's pool party.
Yeah.
His twin brother was there, and I noticed they both had identical scars in the same place on their ribs. Are you with me?
Yeah. I'm just trying.
I lost my shit and beat him, this is a neighbour, within an inch of his life.
Yeah.
While under house arrest, I decided to check my house camera for proof for my trial.
Yeah.
Whilst trolling through the footage years back, I saw a couple of Mormons going door to door. When they came to our house, they ducked behind the bushes and sneaked past. They were joined at the ribs. I don't know what to think. Please help.
Wow.
Lloyd.
Wow, maybe you should have looked at the footage before you beat up your neighbour. That's what I'm fucking thinking.
Well,
you idiot. So, all right, first thing is, do we know if the birth of co-joined twins, is it a genetic thing or is it a environmental thing?
Genetic.
Is it genetic? Do you know that?
It can be a lot of things. Can be a lot of different things. Can be just, like how they sat in the womb, all sorts of stuff.
All right. Yeah. Well, I trust your judgment on that, as your medical training surpasses mine, which is nil.
Do you think so?
Well, I was a gynecologist, wasn't I, for a while? So, but that's not really birth, Anyway.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Look, anyway, so, wow. Well, overreaction, yes.
Really?
Is it? I'm surprised he's got so much security footage. He must have like a really big external memory thing.
Yeah, it's
wow.
You can get
maybe that's his hobby.
Yeah.
He collects storage devices, and he's got like the biggest one in the street, and that makes him feel proud. Well, now he's got the biggest one in prison. Yeah. Well, that's where he's heading.
So where are we on this? Was it the Siamese twins, Mormons, or was it the...
Well, he hasn't established that his neighbour was a Siamese twin. He just has they have just
both scars. Him and his twin brother have got the same scar.
Well, that doesn't mean anything, does it? It means they dated the same girl. When they were 19.
Well, yeah.
Everyone's done that.
I reckon it's the Mormons.
Do you remember Shazza? She used to go a bit crazy when she was on the piss, and he goes, yeah, look, I got this. Fuck me, I got the same, look. Wow, she was fucking crazy.
Well, I think it was the Siamese twins. I think the Siamese twins knocked on the door and said...
Who, the Mormons?
Yeah, and said, would you let Jesus into your heart?
yeah.
And then
while
the
he's
wife
in your
said,
heart,
I'll let him into more than my heart.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. And that's what I reckon happened.
I've got a double garage downstairs. Come on, let's go. Let's move the Corvettes in. Woo! All right. I've got a letter as well.
All right.
Where is it? Here it is. Okay. Dear Mr. Fish and Mr. Henricks, I'm a great fan of your show and listen every second week. I particularly like it when you do the funny voices. Yeah, but not the Chinese ones. Fuck me. I have a slight problem and was hoping you could help me. My husband and I have been married for over 25 years. About 2 years ago...
That is a problem.
About 2 years ago, he stopped shaving and cutting his hair. He also only wears underpants and sandals. This has severely impacted on our social life. What should I do? Can you help? Yours, name withheld.
So what was it? Underwear and sandals?
Well, he's turned into a caveman.
Jesus.
Oh, jeez, no. I think
Jesus didn't wear underwear. Did I tell you that story?
Yes, I think you did.
There's a guy who, one of my mates who turned into a Christian, right? He joined the Christian party and he became really high up in the Christian party, and they had a meeting on whether Jesus wore underwear or not. And this one guy who was saying, no, Jesus didn't wear underwear was sacked.
Oh.
Because it was blasphemous. Anyway, back to your letter.
But did he or didn't he?
Well, no, because underwear wasn't developed until medieval times.
Well, certainly elastic would have been made in the 1950s, I think.
Yeah, but
so that says something, doesn't it? Oh, they had drawstrings.
Jesus was free bushing it, man.
They had drawstrings.
He was free bushing it.
Yeah. All right. So what the fuck? Right. The letter. Right. Yeah. Okay. No. So classic example. This happens all the time. Man's gone feral. Basically, you know how when you have a cat, little domestic cat, and it's like,
but didn't you say he cut his hair?
What?
Or he stopped cutting his hair, or
no, he doesn't cut his hair.
Okay.
Doesn't shave. Wears underwear and sandals. Right. So he's still concerned about stepping on something sharp. So he's not a complete lunatic. So he's gone feral. Like I said, little domestic cats. You know, they're so cute. You can pat them and they purr, but you put them in the bush, maybe 2 weeks, and they turn into fucking killers.
Is he bathing?
She doesn't say, but
it doesn't sound like it, does it?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. So, look, I don't know. I think he's just gone feral. It's like I don't think it's like a breakdown. I just think he's just gone feral. So
what does she do?
Well, I
mean, 25 years of marriage will do that to you.
Oh, really? Is that right? Anyway,
you're blaming
her. So you're blaming her.
Well, you're not that much different. The only difference between you and him is you don't wear sandals.
Mate, I would never wear sandals.
No, you don't wear sandals.
I don't wear sandals. In fact, I don't even talk to people who wear sandals. If I see some fucking Scandinavian sandal wearing lunatic walk past or, stops and says, oh, can you help me find the bank? I just go, fuck, mate, really? God, sandals and fucking socks. You know how they wear socks and sandals?
I wear socks and sandals.
Mate, what the fuck? Why wouldn't you just wear a proper shoe or at least slippers?
No, well, they're sliders. They're not sandals.
God, fuck. Slippers. Fuck. Anyway,
yeah, so what do you...
So what I would do, my advice is simple. You go down to the local butcher and you buy a tibia or whatever that really big bone in the cow's back leg. It's really big, right?
Yeah.
So you get one of those. And you say it's for your dog because you don't want, you got to be careful in your neighborhood. You don't want to, because fucking rumors spread, especially if they listen to this podcast. Anyway, so he takes the tibia or the fibia or what the fuck it is. She takes it down. She gives it to him. She puts him in the car. She just takes him to the coast somewhere where they're all caves and shit and just says, I'll be back in 10 minutes. And that's it. Just leave him there. He'll be fine.
You know what? I think that's the only solution.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any other options here.
Mate, I do this for a living. I'm a fucking expert.
You relocate
Relocate husband relocation system.
You relocate.
I've got it down pat.
Husbands that have gone feral.
I've got it down pat. Listen, mate, I'll be back in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You can trust me.
How much do you charge for that?
I go by weight.
A woman is complaining because at the gym, this other woman brings her 12-year-old boy into the change rooms.
Oh, into the change rooms. Beautiful.
Into the change rooms. I mean, how lucky is that kid? So this woman is obviously, and you know, like most gyms have got some very nice-looking women in there.
Really? I don't know. I don't go to gym.
I know, you've never been to the gym. Yeah, but most of them do, and this 12-year-old boy is suddenly ushered in with women in their G-strings, naked, boobs, pussies, everything happening.
Wow. Look, you know what? I think that it's probably bad in a way.
Oh, because he might think it's normal.
Well, no, it becomes normal. It's bad because it becomes his perception of women. That's what now he bases it on, right? So when he goes out into the real world, you know, it's like you know, it's completely different. Or you know, like he doesn't realize that you know those girls in the really big breasts. They've got those fake eyelashes, really tight big asses. You know, like and you know, have you actually
they're my favourite kind.
Yeah, have you actually talked to them? Like apart from like, do you think it's raining? Like. You know, shit like, I mean, that's about the level of conversation. Do you think it's raining?
No, one time one of them came up to me.
I just look on my phone.
One time I was waiting at the bus stop and there was a bus parked in front of the bus stop and it was empty. I mean, the driver wasn't there and one of those came up to me, big eyelashes, big boobs, big lips, big tight ass. And she goes, "Are you going to drive this thing or not?"
Oh, fuck. Seriously, that is so that is fucking hysterical, isn't it?
Look, I told the story about Amsterdam. I've told it before. I'm going to tell it again quickly because it's just fucking gold. I'm walking down the street in Amsterdam. There's 2 levels where the sex workers work, right? There's 2 stories, I should say, in this particular part. I'm looking up the top and there's this sex worker, beautiful sex worker, and she's dancing. She's just dancing really slowly. She's shaking her butt and I'm looking up at her and this family walk by and the little kid, the little boy stops near me and he's just looking up at her and she looks down at him and sees him and blows him a kiss.
Yeah.
And then the mother's going, Ollie, come on, Ollie. And then he just bolts off and I just thought, you lady have just fucked this kid up for life.
Yeah.
Because in 20 years, he's going to be getting a pro to stand on a ladder. So she's like, looks like she's 2 stories up, dancing and blowing him kisses.
Yeah.
While there's a fat guy standing there next to him looking up.
and he's going to jerk off this time.
Yeah, and he
says, "That's what I should have done 20 years ago."
That's right. But I'm thinking, you know, in Amsterdam compared to Australia, like if we saw stuff like that when we were that age, you know what I mean? We'd be worse. We'd be worse than we are now.
I don't know about worse. I don't think it could get worse. But no, I don't think we'd be worse, but I think we would have become like this faster. You know, we would have.
Oh, I don't know. I was pretty quick for my age, buddy. I was fast.
I would have got here a lot quicker if I.
Was fast.
Actually, no, you're right. You're right. I don't think I could have got here this quicker.
Look, I remember when I was young. I was very young, and I pulled down my pants and I said to this girl, "This is my penis." And she pulled down her pants and said, "This is my penis fly trap."
Yeah.
And I pulled up my pants and said, "You win."
That's right.
So I learned a lesson very, very young. I mean, you know, don't fuck with that shit, man.
Yeah.
That's like, you know, that's like Taiwan going to China saying this is my bomb.
All right, now what do we got? What about that story about the woman with she's got a OnlyFans. She's got 2 vaginas. She's got the OnlyFans. Is it OnlyFans? I think.
Yep, she's got OnlyFans. She's got 2 vaginas. She won't let her husband touch the other vagina.
Oh, so she's got one vagina is work vagina and one vagina is
for
home vagina.
Yeah, so she's got work vagina and home vagina. Now, and he's not allowed to touch it, which, we're psychologists or forensic psychiatrists, and we know that when you say to someone, you can't touch this, what do they want to do?
Touch it.
They want to touch it. So I'm thinking this guy wants to touch it. How's he going to go about this?
Well, I don't know. I have no idea because it's like she could have a security system. Like
that's right. She could have alarm bells and shit.
Alarm bells and things and so.
Intruder alert! Intruder alert!
You have gone the wrong way. Use the other tunnel. Use the other tunnel.
Beep, beep.
Yeah. All
because
right,
that's what he's going to want. He's going to go, I wonder what that other vagina feels like. Does it feel the same?
Same? Does it feel the same?
Is it, is it better?
So what? So what about? So if he talked to her and sort of said, I just want to, I just need to, and she's going, no, that's our agreement.
I think I've already had that conversation.
Oh, really? So
for her to state that publicly,
but that would make it worse. That would make it worse.
Well, that's another thing too. I'd be saying if I was a husband, I'd be saying, okay, fair enough, we've got a deal, but do you have to tell everyone? Do you have to go in the press and tell everyone that I'm not allowed to touch it?
Oh, you know what it's like? It's like when you go to Granny's and she's got the cookie jar. And and it's on the shelf. And as you get older, you're getting taller, right? And she's going, no, you're not allowed to touch the cookies. And then she puts it on the shelf above, and she does that every time that you.
You're thinking, I'm nearly there. You don't think that Granny's smarter than you. You're thinking, I'm nearly there. And the day that you come in, going, today's going to be the day she's moved it up.
And, wow. No, it's gone up the top shelf. You can't.
Wow.
But really, what it's about is how stupid are you? Because, haven't you ever heard of a ladder, you fucking idiot? That's what you're saying to yourself when you're 34. One day you wake up in a cold sweat. Fuck. She had a fucking ladder in the laundry.
And you run over to Granny's. You get out the ladder and you go to climb up, but the cookie jar's gone. It's too late.
No, so what you do is, because it's an old wooden ladder, so what you do is you go over to Granny's. You're 30 and she's 95. And you just get a little saw and you just cut half the rung in the wooden ladder, and then you cover it so you can't see the cut mark. And then you ask Granny, can you get that thing? I hurt my back at work. And then she goes up the ladder and she falls down and she's lying there on the ground. And you say, now you see, top shelf special. That's what I call that.
I'm traumatized, man.
Sorry. I think something just flashed back.
You know how close I am to my granny? I could never do that.
You're only close to her when you're in the garden because that's where you buried her, you cheap cunt.
Well, I slept on her grave for about 2 weeks, but that was when I was kicked out of my house. We were having a conversation off air about in the old days in Greece and Italy and all those countries.
So this is true. This is true. And I was told this when I was quite young because I'm half Greek, and this has always fascinated me. So
it was all over Europe. This used to happen.
Yeah. So when a man and a woman were married,
They consummated their marriage?
Consummate. So the woman was supposed to be a virgin, and this is supposed to be why anal sex is so popular in Greece, apparently.
Yes, that's right.
That's what I was always told. I think it's just all bullshit. But anyway, so on the wedding...
Until he met that man.
On the wedding day, or not morning, is it the next morning, right? The couple go down for breakfast.
So he's supposed to be a virgin.
Yeah, so she's supposed to be a virgin.
You're supposed to be a virgin on your wedding night.
So when you go down for breakfast, these old women, they run up and they grab the sheets and they hang them over the balcony rail. And if there's blood on the sheets, then it confirms that she's a virgin. And then everyone's happy and all the women, and they're going, no, I don't know what the Greek women do, but, they run around and
Oppa!
Oppa, and they're running around the fountain and they're all clapping and everyone's really happy, right?
Yeah, they have a virgin party.
She
was a virgin.
So this is interesting because, of course, there's many reasons that why you wouldn't have blood on the sheets, right?
Yeah.
I guess the main reason being that she's not a virgin.
That's right.
So, and it would be a huge disappointment to the family.
Yeah, so say the couple had sex before marriage.
Like every night for 6 months.
Well, they only need to do it once for her not to be a virgin.
Oh, really? Oh. Anyway.
I guess if you got a micropenis, it might take 6 months.
To get there.
Yeah. Yeah, so okay, so she's not a virgin. They go to bed, right? What happens?
Well, there's two things because, I think one is the father. He knows his daughter's not a virgin, all right, and he knows that because she takes after her mother, right?
Because
anyway, I'm not going to go into it.
Stavros the shepherd. Anyway, we won't talk about Stavros.
He's always smiling. All right. So what does he do? So he pays this old woman, right? There's this woman, and that's her job. She has blood, like a thing of blood, and she trains.
It's chicken blood.
Yeah, it's chicken blood. Yeah, it is. No, 100% chicken blood. And she trains, right? She trains every day, right? So her legs are so fucking strong that she's always when she's being paid, right? She's always the first one running up the stairs. All the other old women are behind her, right? But they're all just fat and lazy. And they're going, stop, Sula, stop. I got no air in my lungs. Sula. No, and Sula, no. I want to check. I want to check. So she runs up and, of course, she opens the door and she just, bang, chicken blood. All right. Chicken blood. But she fucking charges a lot of money.
Well, but my question for you is...
So not everyone can afford her.
Well, that's a trade, right?
Yeah.
That's a trade. She's the chicken blood lady. That's a recognised trade.
Yeah.
Now, I've had a big problem with tradesmen lately. You call a plumber. Yeah, mate. Yeah, I'll be there tomorrow morning. Doesn't show up. What if this tradeswoman doesn't show up? What if Sula doesn't front up with the chicken blood?
Sorry, I had the cough.
So what is
Stavros the doctor said no running, Sula. So all right. So what? So
she doesn't show. What happens?
All right. Look, there's always a plan B. So you plan B, right?
Yeah.
So what's the bride's name? What's her name?
Marika.
Marika. So Marika's really smart, right? She's smart. She's going to uni.
She's been around the block a couple of times.
She's been around the block a couple of times, right? So she figures out that Sula's not turning up, right?
Right.
And she gets up, she looks down, and of course there's no blood. Right. And there's no chickens. Like, where are you going to get a chicken at a third floor hotel?
At this time of the morning.
At this time of the morning, where are you going to get a chicken? You can't. So what does she do? She does what any normal, intelligent woman would do. She turns to her bridegroom, smacks him in the fucking nose.
Oh.
Puts his head on the sheet. And then go and have a shower and fucking clean up.
But when you get smacked in the nose, blood just pisses out.
Yeah,
it just goes everywhere.
Oh, that's right. So on that, all the women running up. It takes them an hour to get up the stairs because they're so old and fat, and they burst in. And they grab the sheet and they put it over the fucking railing, and then it's like they're all going, blood. Oh, no, and there's so much blood, right? Because he's a real sissy and he's been bleeding like fucking,
Super virgin.
And then one of the ladies turns around and says, "Oh, she lost a lot of blood. Maybe we should ring Stavros, the doctor."
Super virgin. And then
make sure you eat lots of meat to build up your iron. Your iron's down because you bleed so much. You're super virgin.
And then Marika goes from slut to super virgin. They've got statues of her. You come back. You come back 20 years later, there's Marika, she have a lot of blood. She's the super virgin. They all cross themselves.
And it's the statue. Yeah. The statue, they are from Stavros's father who founded the village. They've taken him off. The middle of the fountain. The middle
who fought off the Vikings.
Yeah, they put Marika in there because she's a super virgin. Yeah. And every year, on the anniversary of the consummation, they throw chicken blood in the fountain.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been to that village.
And then never knew that. Drink from it.
What?
Drink.
In fact, on that day, the night before that day, you can hear the chickens because they're shitting themselves because they know that one of them's going to end up in the fucking fountain.
Oh, yeah, and on that morning, they get all the girls who are of married age and who are virgins, and they dance around the fountain naked.
Naked.
And none of the men are allowed anywhere near it. Except Japanese tourists.
No selfie sticks, though. Fuck, they're dangerous. They're fucking dangerous, let me tell you.
All right,
especially with virgins. You know, selfie sticks and virgins, they don't mix.
Oh, no blood? No blood? Why no blood?
All right. Fuck, we're going to go.
All right, everyone. Well, thank you. Thank you for listening, watching, whatever you're doing.
And look, just check out the merch, and we'll see you next time.
And I'll leave you with the New South Wales Men's Prison Choir. Thank you.